SABC Medical Services on high alert. In KwaZulu-Natal, the Co-operative Governance Department says 23 lives have been lost following persistent rains and flooding. Well, for more on this story, we cross to our reporter, Minoshni Pillay, who's standing by for us in Malvern. Minoshni, thanks very much for your time. Earlier, we had Simpiwe and Buhle giving us an aerial view of the damage that's being caused. What are you seeing on the ground?
Well, we've been in Malvern since the early hours of this morning at one of the possibly most tragic scenes from last night's overnight rains. It was the collapse of a home in which 4 bodies were recovered last night, and we've just had the recovery of 3 more bodies, a very young baby believed to be around 1 or 2 years old, a 5-year-old child and their mother. In total, that leaves us with 7 deaths just from this home, and there are 2 more people that were recovered from the site last night that are currently in hospital. But to tell us more and to give us an update on the situation in KwaZulu-Natal as a province, I'm joined by the provincial spokesperson for the Department of Co-operative Governance and Traditional Affairs, Lennox Mabaso. Lennox, thank you for joining us. Just give us an update firstly on what's been happening across the province since last night.
Well, indeed, our teams have had their hands full. We have had to respond to a number of emergencies since last night. We have dispatched teams. The MEC for COCTA has dispatched teams to various areas. We are responding to all these incidents. And indeed, it's been quite a very tragic situation because despite our heroic efforts of the heroic efforts of our disaster teams, we have lost so many lives. You know, we have lost over 23 lives, and now in terms of injuries, we are sitting at over 32. Indeed, it's quite a very tragic situation, but government is mounting a spirited effort to make sure that we are able to respond to this incident of disasters. The MEC for COCTA, MEC Nomsatube Ngube, MEC Ravi Pillay of Human Settlement and Public Works, together with the Mayor of eThekwini and councillors, have been with the communities that are going around making assessments to ensure that we are able to provide people with all the support they need at this point in time, and to be able to clear off the roads and to be able to bring in additional capacity to assist where support is still required.
Lennox, just speak to us. What are the immediate needs on the ground? Is it housing? Is it food? What are people's immediate needs?
Well, we have got a number of people that are displaced at this point in time. Remember, we have had to evacuate people in the wee hours of the morning, in the middle of the night. But also we've got people whose houses have collapsed. We have had mudslides, like the incident that we are in here, where so many bodies have just been recovered. It's quite tragic. They are homeless and they need every kind of support you can think of. If you have lost your loved one, if you have lost your child, if you have lost your husband, if you lost your wife, you can imagine what type of support that you need. At this point in time, we are able to provide comprehensive support, for instance, from post-trauma psycho-counseling. We also have to make sure that we provide immediate needs such as food. We need to know where they are going to be sleeping this evening. We need to ensure that they are able to also attend to the situation of their deceased relatives. So it's quite a comprehensive form of support that we want to give to the communities, and we invite everyone who's able to offer support to come forward through our disaster management center. MEC Nomsatube Ngube as the political head of the center, together with the MEC Ravi Pillay and Mayor of eThekwini, they are leading all the efforts to make sure that government is able to respond comprehensively to this incident. We are also grateful to the NGOs like the Gift of the Keepers Foundation, also the Halimdad Foundation are coming forward. So we'll be working together with the councillors and everyone else to make sure that we are able to respond. We are also appealing to employers to make sure that they become very understanding to their employees who may not have come to work today, because indeed it was life-threatening situations, and we appeal to everyone to have an understanding and to be able to work with all of us and cooperate with everything that we are doing to make sure that we are able to bring the life back to normalcy. I mean, this is a very, very difficult situation that we are faced with at this point in time.
Lennox, just finally, where we are standing now is a residential suburb, but we understand that the outlying areas around the municipality have also been affected. What is your message to residents that live along low-lying rivers and the outlying areas?
Well, the message as issued by the province is that we appeal to everyone to be on full alert. Indeed, we have warnings that We are likely to receive 60% chances of rain today. We also have a warning of the gale force winds that are likely to come our way. We also have warnings that this type of weather may move to the northern areas, such as the King Kajao district. So we are not out of the woods as yet, in as much as we have begun with the mop-up operations, but we appeal to our people to exercise caution. We are in difficult season, in difficult conditions of climate change. It is no longer an academic subject that we theorize and research about. It is here. That at this particular point in time we witness a weather situation like this when we're approaching a hydrological month is an indication of the fact that it's no longer business as usual. The weather is no longer what we know. So we want to appeal our people to heed our weather warnings, to take everything, the messages that we issue out very, very seriously, because they may mean a difference between life and death.
Lennox, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much.
That was Lennox Mabaso, spokesperson for the Department of Co-operative Governance and Traditional Affairs, speaking to us here in Malvern in the eThekwini municipality. And just to confirm the recovery of 7 bodies in total from this tragic housing collapse, this disaster, 2 more recovering in hospital. Back to the studio.
Thanks very much. That's my colleague there, Minoshni Pillay, reporting from Malvern.